most powerful tool known to man is the brain. Our mind is absolutely incredible. Maxwell mentioned that he'd been studying the power of the mind. If you realise how many neurological impulses, so little sparks our mind has. So you can imagine the whole network, you know, the internet. Well, it works in pulses, little electrical impulses. Imagine the whole network in the whole world. Your brain has more electrical impulses in 1 minute than that does in 1 year. That's how quick the mind works. That's the power of thought. $60,000 thoughts a day. 90% of this is on average. 90% of those thoughts are repeated thoughts, so thoughts over and over again. And only 10% or 6,000 of them are new thoughts. Because remember, we have two parts of our mind. We have conscious and subconscious. Conscious part listening to me right now. Subconscious is awake when we're awake. And when we fall asleep, subconscious mind's still ticking away. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's why this is a little bit more believable. When we go to sleep at night, our subconscious mind goes into overdrive. Conscious mind is listening to me. The filter that's saying, oh, that's alright for him. The subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. Doesn't know what's real and what's fake. Good and bad, doesn't know. The subconscious mind takes those thoughts that we have, filters them, and sets a plan. Conscious mind sets a goal. Subconscious mind takes the actions. Simple. So if you tell yourself, if you tell your conscious mind, tells your subconscious mind anything it wants and has a repeating, reoccurring thought, subconscious mind just takes action by default. And that's why we have so much negative in our lives. Because if most of our thoughts are negative, guess what? What allows me to gain the success that I've gained? What's allowed me to build businesses? What's allowed me to move forward? What's allowed me to do the things that I do in life? And it's a routine. It's taking back that power. This has to be, the reason it's at the top, has to be one of the most powerful steps of taking back control. Being grateful for the stuff that we've already done. Being grateful for the weather outside, whether it's raining. You know, being grateful. Dally Bay, no, not particularly. But guess what? The grass is getting watered for free. How nuts is that? Imagine just changing that around. Half full or half empty. Daily affirmations. Does everybody know what an affirmation is? Does everybody know what gratitude is, first and foremost? Do we know what gratitude is? Gratitude is, I'm grateful for my daughter. I'm grateful for the love my family have for me. I'm grateful that I get to love my wife the way I love her every day. I'm grateful that I can wake up every morning and go for a run. I'm grateful that I can go running a marathon for people less fortunate than I am. I'm grateful that I can go into schools and help young kids who are in a really bad place. I'm grateful for those things. I was going to say I'm grateful for getting up at 5:30 on a Wednesday morning to go to B&I, but I'll be lying a wee bit. Pushing a wee bit. take control of is our reoccurring thoughts. We can start to control them, what we think we will become, because it creates our future, and it's no magic, it's no heebie-jeebie. It's factual. If you're going to think that you're going to have a bad day, guess what? Maxwell mentioned about the posture. You know, when you walk into a room and somebody walks in and they're not feeling good, and completely change the way you think, but change the way you stand. Just by default. You just need to take back control of that mind. And we don't get taught the power of our mind. And that's why I keep talking about if we could just have this stuff in our schools, shown as another way, take back control of how we think. It's so, so powerful. This is where most people fail, right? They set a goal based on money, and only money, and everything else is about the money. What about your health, and your family, and a loving relationship? All the other things that really, really matter. A goal, if you've got a business goal, they've got to be intertwined with personal goals. They've got to work together, and that's the real power, is when you understand that they've got to be together. Because we're very, very good in self-prophecy. This stuff doesn't work, so guess what, it won't work. Even when we're writing goals a lot of the time, when you're doing goal writing with people, a lot of people are saying that won't work. So guess what? It's not going to work. We know how to be successful. We know how to set goals. We've been doing it our whole life. Babies are amazing goal setters. I want to walk, and that's all they do for the next 6 or 7 months is learn to walk. We don't. We set ourselves a goal. The first hurdle we fail, that's why we need to write it down. Because see, when we fall at the first hurdle, we need something to get us back up and move us forward again. You know, laws of cause and effect, equal and opposite reaction. So if you try something that doesn't work, try something else. That or something will work. But if you don't have it written down, you don't see it in front of you, you forget about it, and you lose that process. That just honestly blows my mind. Less than 10% of the whole worldwide population don't sets goals. 10% in this room. Actually, let me see, who sets goals? If you set goals, how powerful are goal setting? They're key to everything. Yet so many people set them wrong, number one. Don't follow the process or hide them away, so they write them and then put them to the side. And that's just nuts, especially when you know how to set them. And they don't follow through with actions. Let me just... I sat on my doorstep. I sat on the doorstep and I just get myself in the zone, I thought. And I learned to breathe, and I did my whole meditation process. And I changed, that moment changed the way I thought about the injury. I thought, you know what? I'll get through this. It'll be okay. It's supposed to be here, it's supposed to happen. I'm going to get through this. Just by breathing, it sounds nuts, but by breathing, it changed my thoughts. And on that note, we're going to bring in the lovely Kirsty Paterson.
So, mindfulness saved my life. A bold statement maybe, but a true one. Take you back to that very first image that we seen of little Billy, was his name I think. That was the way I was brought up. I had all the limiting beliefs. I was told I was never good enough, I would never amount to anything. I was adopted as a child, and having all those been brought in made me feel worthless, useless, and not worth the person I was. So I grew up with that belief constantly. I went through school, I didn't build great relationships with people because I had never been taught how to build a proper relationship. I got out of school. School was my safety net, so I stayed. I wasn't going anywhere. I didn't want to be at home, so I stayed, and I done my full 6 years at high school. And I kept that safety net. Then came the big bad world. Again, I hadn't, built the relationships up, so I struggled through my life. At 14, I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. So, anxiety is when you care too much about everything. Depression is when you don't care about anything. And having the two, let's face it, you're in the middle somewhere, and yeah, it's hell. So, mindfulness has many benefits. Reducing stress is one of them, and also having that ability to, help us, get out of that reoccurring depression that we also have. But it also has other huge benefits. So it's also been known to help us reduce our risk of cardiovascular disease. It can also help with really painful conditions such as fibromyalgia, arthritis, things like that. And it also can help with hair and skin complaints because it changes how we think. I'm going to do something slightly different to everybody else, and I'm not just going to keep rabbiting on. I would like to guide you all. I would like to guide you all into a meditation, for you all to hit that reset button in your lives today. So if you would all like to either just soften your gaze within something in the room, sit as comfortably as you possibly can, and relax. Imagine that there's a space in the top of your head and the soles of your feet, where a golden thread runs through, connecting your body together. Let go now of all effortness to practice mindfulness. Get a sense of your body as a whole. Feel yourself as a whole, just as you are. At peace, just as you are. And remember that this sense is always available to you when you need it. Acknowledge the time that you've taken to nourish your body and your mind, and gently come out of this meditation and back into the room.
I think we need to kind of raise the energy level in a little bit. We've been hearing some wonderful techniques, and we're going to combine a lot of these different ideas. The idea of affirmations and repetition and all these kind of things, but in a kind of musical way. But we need to step up the energy, I think, first of all. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's me. Thank you! Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. Yes, so, can we get everybody up on their feet? Yeah. Shake off the cobwebs. A bit. Ready? I want you guys to do something really positive for me. I want you guys to give me a little bit of love because I'm desperately insecure. Thank you very much. That wasn't weird at all. I want you to tell me how lovely my hair is. I went to the salon yesterday, and preparing in advance for this, I want you to sing to me a little warm-up. Greg has really lovely hair. You ready? Listen about this. Greg has really lovely hair. You sing. Greg has really lovely hair. Very nice. This side of the room, come on. I need to hear you. This side. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
all for coming along. I hope you've got some golden nuggets. I hope you've gained something from it. There's wee leaflets you can put on your chair, so if you want to know anything about what I do, all the information's on there, website information's on there. This is some of the dates, so the events that I'm running. You've got Maxwell Muir's card, you've got freelance music, Greg Phil, and there'll be business cards for myself. You've got all my information anyway. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you take something from it. And if you liked it and you're on Facebook, get on my Facebook and give us a wee like, get a wee comment, that'd be wonderful. And I'm here if you need me. I'm always available for anyone who wants a chat. Just to find out where you're going wrong, where you're going right, what you need to do different, what's not working for your life or whatever. Let me know. And thank you very much.